Welcome to the first lesson on building your non-negotiable list. Now, what exactly I mean by this is building a list and developing a certain routine where you're able to get done what exactly you need to get done for that day, and you don't let the other external factors deviate from your required plan. Now, what exactly is a non-negotiable list? A non-negotiable list is something that you do every single day without excuses. It doesn't matter what happens, you have to get this done and you will do it because it's the first domino effect to jumpstart your day and to get all the other things done and to increase productivity and just have an overall good, positive outlook and good start to the day. Let's develop an exact morning routine that will work for you. So for example, for me, and I'll give you some examples of clients as well, but for me, I need to wake up and first thing in the morning, I need to do some sort of cardio. And for me, it's usually paddleboarding. So I'll drive to the beach and I'll go for a paddleboard and I have specific workouts because I'm working towards races. I want to compete in paddleboard races. So that's the first thing I do in the morning. And it jumpstarts my day. Not only is it ticking something off, so I'm starting the day already doing something that's on my to-do list, but it also helps me because it energizes me. It gets me going, it gets the blood flowing. All I've had is probably a coffee, and as soon as I'm done that paddle and I go back to my car, I feel energized. And it's still early in the morning, but I'm able to kickstart my day and jump into it and get to where I want to go. That morning paddle is a non-negotiable for me because everything else stems from waking up early at 6 a.m. and going for that morning paddle. Because once I do that, that's when I make my Instagram stories, when I make my Facebook posts, make videos for this in different groups, things like that. It helps me get my mind going and start banging off my to-do list already first thing in the morning. As I get to the beach, I start my day with gratitude. I think how thankful I am to be able to have the opportunities that I have, to have the mindset that I have, the family around me, the community. I'm so thankful for all of these things that I have in my life. And then I get into my paddle, I get into my workout, and then as soon as I'm done that, I get back, I make some content, and I'm already done the bulk of my things that I have to do before noon, which opens up the rest of my day. But everything stems from that morning paddle. If I don't get that morning paddle in, then I know that I'm a little bit off and I'm not exactly on track like I usually am. So that's a non-negotiable for me, is a morning paddle, because everything else stems from that. That's a habit that I've built over time. It wasn't easy at first, didn't come naturally at first, but once I continued to do it and continued to build on it and get better at it, it eventually became something I just do. That's the main thing with these habits and with these routines. Eventually it's not going to be a chore. It's not going to be something that you think about. It's just going to be second nature. It's just going to be second nature. That's what I want your routine to be. Now let's work together on this. What is your daily non-negotiable list and what's your morning routine going to look like? Maybe for you, and to give you examples of past clients, some people like to do yoga first thing in the morning. Some people like to have a coffee, write in their 5-minute journal or their gratitude journal, whatever it may be, and then just have some time to themselves to meditate and then get into their workday, get into their emails, whatever it may be. For other people, maybe it's first thing in the morning, they want to make a nice healthy breakfast for their husband or their wife or their family, whoever it may be. For another person, maybe it's walking. For another person, maybe it's watching a special video or motivational speech or podcast. Everybody, it's different. What's your morning routine going to be in your daily non-negotiable list? These two are very connected and one and the same. You're going to find a download link down below. I want you to download that and complete this list and complete your morning routine, and don't stem from it. There'll be a little bit of trial and error here just to exactly determine what works for you and what you want. But kind of the main ethos of this and the mindset behind it is identify the result that you want at the end of the day every single day. What's the result that you would want every single day? So how would you start your day in order to achieve that result? Think about that for one moment. What's the result you would want at the end of the day? So how would you start that day in order to be conducive to get that result? And that's your morning routine. That's your daily non-negotiable list. Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's riding your bike. Like I said, listening to a podcast, whatever it may be. These things are your daily non-negotiables. That means if I call you first thing in the morning, you're not going to pick up because you have to get that done. That means if your husband or wife texts you and says to bring out the garbage, you say in 5 minutes because you need to get that thing done. And then everything else flows from that. But getting clear on that and developing those habits and those routines is something that's very, very important. The first thing you do when you wake up is check your phone and you're bombarded with emails and texts, and it's all these problems. Nothing good can come from your phone or from turning on the news or anything like that. Then you're just at the effective things. You're catering to other people's needs and you're not focusing on yourself first thing in the morning. I want you to cultivate a routine that will help jumpstart you into the day and make sure that you get to where you want to go and achieve what you want to achieve that day. First thing in the morning is a sacred time. Do some of your non-negotiables then. Don't be at the effective things, be at the cause of things. Be proactive rather than reacting to everything on your phone, all your texts, all your messages and emails, work things, stuff like that. Put that aside for a moment. Start your day with gratitude. Identify your morning routine and stick to it.